Right, good evening, everybody, and sorry for the late start tonight, but I'm just going to adjust this camera a little bit. We tried to have a restreaming service that would broadcast everything through YouTube and through Facebook, but it doesn't seem as though it's working, and which has really annoyed me because I've just paid about 20 quid for it to work. And it's not working. Also, YouTube, for some reason, has decided to pick up the title from the last quiz, which is a bit weird, really. I don't know why it's done that. Probably an error on my part, and I apologise for that. But we got there in the end, and we're live, but I'm not sure for how long, because my internet connection, where everyone seems to be using the internet at the moment, mine seems to be dropping out all the time. So I do apologise if it does drop out tonight. We will try to get it back up as quickly as possible. But this is the second or the third of the Cockney Cabbies Big London quizzes, and we're going to be doing them every 2 weeks, and things will go better on the next one. I promise you 100%. This is it's not going to happen like this again. So yeah, it's going to be better next time. I'm just moving things around on my desktop so that I can see the questions for tonight's quiz, and I can actually see myself as well now. So yeah, so we've got 4 rounds, 4 sections to the quiz again tonight, with 40 questions in total. First section is on the history of London. The second section is on entertainment. Third section is on music. And the 5th section is just a general London section. So we'll kick off, even though it's a little bit late because I was having terrible trouble trying to connect to YouTube. So we'll kick off and with the first question, which is in the history section. At the end of the quiz, I'll announce where you can submit your answers again. But we'll kick off with the first question, which is on the history section, and it is question number 1. Who is the patron saint of London? That's who is the patron saint of London, and that's question number 1. And next time we do this, I'm going to have a lovely green screen behind us with a nice view of London, so that you can't see all the mess in the background. So that was question number 1. Question number 2 is, what is the name of the old part of the Tower of London? That is, what is the name of the old part of the Tower of London? So that was question number 2 in the history section. Question number 3. And what I suggest you do is write all these down on a piece of paper. So get yourself a pen and paper. Write all these down on a piece of paper. And then at the end, I'll announce where you can submit your results, and you can just submit them all on the Google form, and then we'll mark them all and announce the winner. And of course, the winner of the last quiz was the team named Sandros, who I've got her email this evening to get her address and send over the prize, which is a little taxi. And of course, tonight's prize is the wonderful book, of which I will grab the details of in a minute. And a picture of it, but we haven't got a picture of it. I will see if I can get a screenshot of it and post it up. I'm sure we've got something here somewhere that I can post up, which is it's the book I Never Knew That About London by Christopher Wynne. And I'll give you Christopher's website later on as well in the show, so that you can have a look at that. It's a fantastic book. John's got a copy of the book, and it's absolutely brilliant. So it's a fantastic prize in tonight's quiz, and you'll be well pleased if you manage to win this. And as I say, I'll give you Christopher Wynne's website later on, so you can have a look what the book's all about as well. So question number 3 in the history section is, where was Queen Victoria born? That's question number 3. Where was Queen Victoria born? So question number 4. How many official victims did Jack the Ripper murder, and what were they known as? That's how many official victims did Jack the Ripper murder, and what were they known as? Question number 5. Gavrilo Princip assassinated which man? That's Gavrilo Princip assassinated which man? And John's saying there's a bad echo, and it's probably to do with the internet, and there's not really a lot I'm going to be able to do about that, unfortunately. There shouldn't be an echo because everything is turned off, so it's only the microphone turned on. Speakers are not on, headphones are not on, so there shouldn't be an echo. I don't know why there is an echo. We'll crack on anyway. Question number 6 is, according to legend, which man rode horses named Limare, Hengroen and Passalande? That's hard to pronounce. Trust John to pick a question like that, eh? According to legend, which man rode horses named Lamray, Hengroen and Passalande? That's question number 6 in the history section. Question number 7. A London football ground and also the name of a battle in September 1066. That's a London football ground and also the name of a battle in September 1066. And that's question number 7. Is anyone else getting a bad echo? I'm just going to see if I can have a look what's going on. I'm not getting a bad echo, so yeah. It must just be you that's getting the bad echo, John, so I'm not getting a bad echo. What were Jack the Ripper's victims known as? They were actually known as something. There was a name for the number of victims, Joe. And yet, Joseph, I will give you the winner's scores from last time at the end of the quiz tonight. I will let you know the winner's scores from last week, the last quiz. Yeah, basically, Joe, what were they known as collectively? Yeah, that's question number. That was question number 4 that Joe's referring to. How many official victims did Jack the Ripper murder, and what were they known as? What were they collectively known as, and how many of them were there, basically? So, question number 8. What did John Harrison invent in the 18th century that stopped travellers getting lost? That is, what did John Harrison invent in the 18th century that stopped travellers getting lost? That's question number 8 in the history section. You can see I've been out in the sun today, can't you? It's me solar panel's gone a little bit red. So, question number 9 in the history section. Who was the only king or queen to have been born and to die at Buckingham Palace? That was is the only king or queen to have been born and to die at Buckingham Palace. So that's question number 9 in the history section. And on to the last question in the history section. I'll repeat that in a minute for you, Joe. Question number 10 in the history section, the last one. Which bridge did Queen Victoria open on the same day as Holborn Viaduct? That is, which bridge did Queen Victoria open on the same day as Holborn Viaduct? And that's question number 10. And Joe's asked me to repeat question number 6, so I'll repeat that again. You just want me to try to pronounce the names of those horses again, Joe, don't you? So, Question number 6, Joe, just for your humour, shall we say. According to legend, which man rode horses named Lamray, Hengroin and Passalande? There you go, Joe. Question number 6, again, just for you. So that was the history section of the Big London Quiz. And the next section is the entertainment section. And Joseph has asked me whether I can give out the results, the winners' scores from the last quiz, which I will do at the end of today's quiz, tonight's quiz. We're going to be doing the next one on Sunday. I did just look it up. It's going to be on Sunday, the 7th of June. The next quiz will be on Sunday the 7th of June at 8 o'clock, and we will have it running on YouTube and Facebook, because I'm going to test it during the week. I did test it earlier on this afternoon and it worked, and then all of a sudden when we went to go live this evening, it decided it was going to drop out and not work at all and just keep saying connecting. So that's why we had a problem there. So the next section of the Cockney Cabbies Big London Quiz is the entertainment section. So question number 1 of the entertainment section is, what was the name of the tower block where Del Boy and Rodney Trotter lived in Only Fools and Horses? That was, what was the name of the tower block where Del Boy and Rodney Trotter lived in Only Fools and Horses? That's question number 1 for the entertainment section. And on to question number 2, which is, EastEnders began broadcasting on the BBC One in which year? That's, EastEnders began broadcasting on BBC One in which year? That's question number 2 on the entertainment section of the quiz. Question number 3. Shakespeare's New Globe Theatre was founded by which Hollywood film director? That's, Shakespeare's New Globe Theatre was founded by which Hollywood film director? And I'm going to have to turn the light on in a minute because it's getting a little bit dark in here now. That was question number 3. Question number 4 is, Anthony Hopkins, Trevor Howard and Charles Laughton have all played which historical figure in a film? That's, Anthony Hopkins, Trevor Howard and Charles Laughton have all played which historical figure in film? That's question number 4 in the entertainment section. And John's telling me the echo's gone now, which is good. And no questions coming up on the YouTube chat. Question number 5 is, what is the name of the spy in the film The Ipcress File, Funeral in Berlin? Right, I'm going to read that again because it sort of didn't make sense when I first read it. What is the name of the spy in the film The Ipcress File, Funeral in Berlin and the $1 Billion Brain? That is, what is the name of the spy in the films The Ipcress File, Funeral in Berlin and the $1 Billion Brain? That's question number 5 in the entertainment section. Question number 6 in the entertainment section is, which film with an all-star cast is based on the military operation codenamed Market Garden? That is, which film with an all-star cast is based on the military operation codenamed Market Garden? So question number 7. George Michael infamously crashed his Range Rover into the Hampstead branch of what high street shop? George Michael infamously crashed his Range Rover into the Hampstead branch of which high street shop? I didn't know he did crash his Range Rover. You learn something new every day, don't you? Question number 8. Which actor played the role of James Bond was once the best paid male model in the world? That's which actor who played the role of James Bond was once the best paid male model in the world. And I didn't know that either. That's strange, isn't it? You learn something new all the time, don't you? That was question number 8. Question number 9. Which infamous English occultist, once dubbed the wickedest man in the world, is found on the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club's Band album cover? That is, which infamous English occultist, once dubbed the wickedest man in the world, is found on the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover? John, you put some right tongue twisters in this week, haven't you? Eh? You're just trying to test my vocabulary. And the last question in the entertainment section is, which classic British film ends with the lines, "Hang on a minute, lads, I've got a great idea"? My favourite film. Which classic British film ends with the lines, "Hang on a minute, lads, I've got a great idea"? Fantastic film. One of the best. So that brings the entertainment section to an end. And the next section is the music section of this week's quiz. And the music section is question number 1. In what year did the Beatles split up? That's, in what year did the Beatles split up? That's question number 1. Question number 2 in the music section. Which solo artist also had UK top 10 hits with Queen, Mick Jagger and Bing Crosby? So which solo artist also had UK top 10 hits with Queen, Mick Jagger and Bing Crosby? If you're into your music, that's fairly obvious, but if you're not, you probably won't know it. Question number 3 in the music section. With which group were Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe associated? With which group were Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe associated? And that's question number 3 in the music section. Question number 4. What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? Question number 5 in the music section. Which singer appeared on stage at both Wembley and Philadelphia during the Live Aid concerts? Which singer appeared on stage at both Wembley and Philadelphia during the Live Aid concerts? Joseph, I'll repeat question 3 for you at the end of this section, yeah? He's just asked me to repeat question 3. I'll repeat question 3 at the end. So question number 6. What is the name of the Buggles' only UK number 1 hit? What is the name of the Buggles' only UK number 1 hit? That's question number 6. Question number 7. What is Elton John's real name? That's, what is Elton John's real name? And that's question number 7. Question number 8. What university did Queen guitarist Brian May attend? What university did Queen guitarist Brian May attend? That was question number 8 in the music section. And question number 9. The song, The Lambeth Walk, was from what 1930s musical? The song, The Lambeth Walk, was from which 1930s musical? That was number 9. And the last question for the music section. Question number 10. Who wrote the 1941 song London Pride? Who wrote the 1941 song London Pride? And for those of you that missed it, and for Joseph, question number 3, I'm going to repeat question number 3 of the music section for Joseph. With which group were Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe associated? With which group were Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe associated? That was question number 3 in the music section. I hope that's clearer for you, Joe. So that was the music section of the Cockney Cabbies Big London Quiz. And I'm just going to grab the... I'm trying to type on my keyboard, which is sitting behind the microphone, to grab the URL for the book, which is the book you can win tonight is called I Never Knew That About London by Christopher Wynne. It's a fantastic book. John's got a copy of the book and he says it's absolutely brilliant. I haven't seen it myself, but the website address, if you want to go and have a look at Christopher Wynne's website, it's not working. It's I Never Knew That About London. I never knew that.com. It's I-never-knew-that.com. And there's a few books that Christopher Wynne's written. It's a great website, and he's got a book about I never knew that about England. I never knew that about Scotland. I never knew that about Wales. I never knew that about London. I never knew that about New York. I never knew that about the River Thames, which I'm sure must be. And there's loads: the Lake District, Yorkshire, Royal Britain, England's country churches, coastal England. The website's well worth a look. It looks like a great website, and we're really appreciative of Christopher Wynne donating the book as a prize for us for this week's quiz, which is great. And we've got a lot more prizes that have been donated for future Cockney Cabbies quizzes, which are really good prizes and really great. So have a look at that. I will give you the URL again. It's I-never-knew-that.com, and that's Christopher Wynne's website. And go and have a look. And the book is on there. I Never Knew That About London, which is tonight's prize for the winner of this week's quiz. So on to the last section of the quiz, which is all about London. And question number 1 is, what was the first designed by Harry Beck in 1931? What was first designed by Harry Beck in 1931? And that's question number 1 in the London section. Question number 2 in the London section is, St Paul's Cathedral sits at the top of which hill? which is in fact the highest point in the City of London. So St Paul's Cathedral sits at the top of which hill, which is the highest point in the City of London. This hill is actually the highest point in the City of London. The top of the hill is anyway. And St Paul's Cathedral sits at the top of it. But which hill is it? Question number 3. British model Kate Moss had one. Stephen Fry also owns one. And it was also used by the Governor of the Falkland Islands. What is it? So it's British model Kate Moss had one. Stephen Fry still owns one. And the Governor of the Falkland Islands also used one. But what is it? And that's question number 3. Question number 4. What is the name of Britain's first Indian restaurant, and where is it? What is the name of Britain's first Indian restaurant, and where is it? And that's question number 4. Question number 5. Who built the Savoy Hotel? So that's who built the Savoy Hotel. Question number 6. Who ran London's first bus service? Who ran London's first bus service? And that's question number 6. Question number 7. Who wrote the quotation, "Glorious dead," on the cenotaph? Who wrote the quotation, "Glorious dead," on the cenotaph? Which of course the cenotaph is located in Whitehall. Question number 8 in the London section. In which prison was Charles Dickens' father held? In which prison was Charles Dickens' father held? That's question number 8 in the London section. And question number 9. Which street that got its name from a region of northern Italy is the centre of banking in the City of London? Which street that got its name from a region of northern Italy is the centre of banking in the City of London? And that was question number 9. And the last question for tonight in the London section of the Cockney Cabbies Big London Quiz is number 10. By what name is the new Palace of Westminster more commonly known? By what name is the new Palace of Westminster more commonly known? So in a minute I'll give you where you can go and submit all your answers. If anyone wants any of me to reread any of the questions, please just leave a note on YouTube and I will willingly reread them for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the answers from last week's quiz, or the last quiz we did, and let you know who the winners were. Let me just look it up for you. So the quiz on Sunday the 3rd of May, I can tell you that Sandro's team was in first place with, let me just turn the light on because my screen's gone dark, bear with me a second. There you go, that's a bit better, I can see now. So Sandro's team come first with 29 points out of 40. Yeah, so they was in first place. The second place team was Joe Senior, Joe Cartwright's dad, and he got 24 points out of 40. So well done to Joe. Well done to Sandros as well. In joint third place were two teams. I'll read the first one first, which were Holmes at Home. They managed to score 23 out of 40. And also in joint third place were the Upminster Massive, who got exactly the same, 23 out of 40. So well done to all of those that got that. The rest of the points were really quite close, to be honest with you. There was one team that got 21 points, another got 22, one got 19, another with 16. So all very close. A couple that didn't join us until later got lower points. There was also a couple of teams that submitted their answers a day later. When I did say that you needed to submit them that evening before, within half an hour, they submitted them a day later. So I haven't actually marked them, but their answers were quite good, and they would have got quite high scores. And that was a team called the Brunswick, and David, who's a top cabbie. So yeah, they submitted theirs the following day at midday. So they probably watched the replay on the video on YouTube and then submitted them. So yeah, you know, what I'll do this time is if anyone does submit the following day, I will mark it. But obviously, you need to submit within the next hour, or you know, within the next hour by 10 o'clock tonight to be in a chance with winning the prize. So yeah, basically when we finish this broadcast, if you want to go to give me about 10 minutes from about 9:10, the link will be available on the Cockney Cabbies website for you to submit your answers. Like to thank all of you for joining us again tonight on the Cockney Cabbies quiz. The next one, as I said, will be Sunday the 7th of June at 8 o'clock, and we will be live on Facebook as well as YouTube, because I'm determined to get this thing to work, because I've just paid 20 quid for the restreaming service, so I will definitely get it working. I'm going to test it during the week, so if you do see a test broadcast go up, don't think, oh quick, he's doing another quiz, because it'll just merely be a test to make sure that it works for the next time we do a Cockney Cabbies quiz on Sunday the 7th. Joe, John and myself would like to thank everybody for joining us and supporting us and watching our videos. The next one, we will put a couple of questions in from our two latest videos that we've put up. So make sure that you watch all of our videos to be in with a chance, because if you haven't watched the videos, then obviously you won't be able to answer the questions that are based around the videos that we've done. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. We will get better at doing this. We've only just started doing it, and we're not doing it all the time. So it's one of those things that as we progress, we will definitely get better at doing it, and we will definitely become more professional. We'll have more graphics and things. One of the things we're thinking about doing is actually having the questions coming up on the screen as we're doing the quiz, so you can actually read the question as well as listen to me read them out. We're going to carry this on after this lockdown period is finished, and I hope that you're all keeping well during this lockdown period. It's quite hard for everybody if you can't go out, see your loved ones and things like that. It's very hard, you know, both emotionally and mentally, and I hope that everybody is managing to keep well. And you know, keep your chin up. We will come through this, and we will come out the other side. And I'm not going to promise you that things are going to be great when we do come out of it. You know, it will be hard for a little while, but I'm sure we'll all get through it, and we'll come out better and stronger people on the other side. So let's all hope that we all get through this together and come out stronger. But we're going to carry on doing these quizzes after the lockdown period is finished. It will probably drop down to once a month when the lockdown's finished, but we're going to do them every 2 weeks until people are allowed out, because we know that a lot of people that are self-isolating because they're vulnerable and are not allowed out until the early July. Some have got letters that they're not allowed to go out until the end of July. So we'll keep doing it, and hopefully more and more people will join us every week. This is all a bit of fun. We do it. We don't earn any money for doing this. In fact, it costs us money to do it. But we've got some great prizes, and as I say, Christopher Wynn's book's up for grabs tonight. I never knew that about London. And John says, I haven't read it, and I'm going to get a copy of it and read it. But John says it's a fantastic book, and thank you very much, Christopher, for donating the book for us for tonight's quiz. And on to the next one. Until next time, thank you very, very much for joining us, and we will see you all very, very soon when I can get my mouse to do what it's supposed to be doing. So thank you very much. See you all soon. See you later. Bye.